Hello, I'm Rosalie Ina Long, and I wanted to share part of my journey that I've learned and that I'm observing now very clearly with the collective as well. Um, I've come so far on my journey, and I know there's so much more to come, but thus far, um, I've had a lot of different awakenings at different stages, and through my journey, I've come to discover deeper aspects of myself from being kind of like forced in my journey to be alone in my toughest situations and experiences, where it really led me to understanding so much within myself, my strength, my willpower, my senses. And through that journey, in getting to know deeper aspects of myself, even the ugly parts, the parts that I'm not so proud of, because we all have them. It helped me get to know who I am. And what I'm realizing is that there's so many out there that have no clue who they really are. They are being who others want them to be. Even though this is changing, I can see how the way that we're moving through the universe and the energies throughout the universe are in a way nudging us, provoking us in our own unique ways to have to awaken to, like, letting go of parts that are not authentically us, that aren't working for us anymore, things that just aren't working for our true authenticity and how uniquely different each and every one of us are. It's like we're kind of being led to see that through different ways, and it's great. However, there's still much work to do, and even within myself, there's still parts of myself I'm uncovering and integrating. But with that in mind, realizing, like, how much do you know of yourself? How deep have you gone within yourself? When things come up, do you just try to push them away or distract yourself and do something different? I know I had that tendency, and sometimes still creeps up, but I realize I have to face those fears, those uncomfortable parts of myself, because if I don't, they're not going nowhere. They're still there, and they pile up and can lead to, because they're there and it's energy that we're not moving, it stays stagnant, and or it grows because more things keep happening. We create our own reality, and it took me a while to really understand that concept. Things aren't happening to us. We create all of it. We're the creators. It's not someone out to get you. It's those things when we have situations when we're just like, why does this thing or this person keep bothering me? Why does this keep happening to me? Why is this? Why is that? I've come to realize, actually, it's our own conscious and subconscious and unconscious thoughts, that this energy that we keep thinking about, what you think becomes. So when you keep thinking or have negative self-talk to yourself, or you diminish yourself and say, I can't do this, or there's no way, or jealousy comes up. And now these are feelings. These are human feelings we're meant to feel. And we're supposed to feel them. That's part of the experience being here on planet Earth. But what I'm realizing is that when you're in balance with them, when that's all you're thinking about is all of this, like, I can't stand this, I hate this, I can't, that force is an energy. And that energy then evolves into your outer reality and will manifest. I mean, really sit and think about those experiences that you have. That critical self-talk then became a reality. So getting to know yourself Getting to know myself has led me to work on that inner talk, that inner dialogue that I have with myself, to be more kind and loving and compassionate to myself. All of the hate and resentment that I used to have, I've learned over time to transmute it. And now I'm finding true compassion, not just for myself, but for others who I thought were attacking me. To realize the true compassion and in even the broader sense of it, realizing that these people or situations were actually gifts, as strange as that may sound. They were part of my growth to realize and to transmute and to turn around and find true compassion and love, so that that energy that was festering and piling up within me of the polarities, because there's like a polarity of dark and light. You could consider some of that dark energy, lower vibrational energy, but when you transmute it and see the bigger picture through your journey, or a desire to want to change your reality to a more positive that's working the way you want it to work, things change, and compassion, and you heal. And when you heal, you're healing others at the same time, because we're all connected. And my galactic family was reminding me through this card, the Orion Light species. The Orion species has gone through such a dramatic transformation, and their story, which I will make for another time, their story of how they went from such a vast polarity of dark and light. There was such a separation where there control, there's a lot of control, and some of that Orion energy and remnants is still lingering on this planet. We're very connected because some of those energies came here. And that's what we're seeing play out. First thing I'm thinking is like the government and the politics and the world leaders, not all, but that energy, that archetypal energy of control and conquer, and this is mine, and the separation of trying to keep everyone separate, trying to keep the races separate, and forgetting that we're actually all connected to each other. We all are our own unique version of source. You can call yourself a god and a goddess because you are. You are part of that. So but the Orion Light, when they did their ascension and transformation, collectively, they saved themselves. They had help, just like we get help all the time here on Earth. But that they had to relearn that compassion. Actually, I wanted to read it. Within the Orion system, where the polarity was at its deepest, the concept of oneness or unity was something incomprehensible. It was they were so distracted and forgotten the connection. But once the Orions made their transformation with help from an awakened master, they realized that every person in their reality, even those who were previously feared or despised, and that made me think about some of the leaders, for the United States, for instance, with the whole Trump thing. So many people despise him. Is actually just an aspect of themselves. And then it made me think about, as I've been learning astrology, I've been learning Western astrology, and now I'm led to learning Eastern astrology. I don't know if it's called Eastern, but Vedic astrology, or Jyotish astrology that goes back even further. Understanding in the wheel, or in the square diagram, it has all parts of the zodiac, or those different constellations that the sun passes through, and the planets on that axis. Even though we may have planets in XYZ house and sign, all 12 parts of the zodiac are still in your natal chart. All parts of these constellations and planets are still all part of each and every one of us. So to me, it's just like, hello, we are all connected. And even though, you know, these different people, because I've had to do this too, like, ew, I don't want to like these people, but at the same time, it's finding that true compassion that they're an aspect of me, and that those parts I'm not too favorable of are still part of me, and I have to learn to love it, even if I don't agree with that part of me. And it doesn't mean I have to show that part, but I can't diminish it. I have to find a way to integrate it and transmute it into another type of energy, or